Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to this edition of Malibu and Dad. Today we're out hunting with the falcon. Falconeer's out here with me in the woods. We're down here by the driveway on our property, and he's on the hunt. He's out already. I think he may have gotten something. He's not coming back. We've been trying to call him. So come along with this, guys. It's really fun, really neat. Different to see how nature reacts when it's out alive and wild on its own hunting. So let's watch the falcon show. Excuse me. I'm just getting a kick out of this. It's so much fun. Just to watch this falcon, looking for prey out here, out in the wild. So come along with us and let's have a good time enjoying this.
We're glad to share the places and the people that we'll meet. Think of the memories we'll have. Exploring hidden history, it's time to hop aboard on the road with Malibu and Dad. On the road with Malibu and Dad.
Now, how old is he?
He's a little over a year.
He's over a year?
Yeah, he'll be 2 years in around September, I think. Or around springtime, he'll be about 2 years old.
And they'll usually hunt mostly during the daytime hours? More
Yeah,
than
they'll
night?
hunt. It's kind of like fishing.
Yeah.
Sunrise, sundown are the best times to hunt, and then those are the hours you'll get the most game up and everything. I mean, if it's really cold out, you can pretty much hunt all day. But typically when it's a lot warmer out and it's in the early afternoons, they'll start panting, they'll get really hot. It's kind of funny, like when you're done molting them and the season rolls around to hunt them, they'll be kind of so out of shape because you don't hunt during the molting season because the feathers become real brittle. You're getting new ones in. In the wild they hunt, but a lot of things could go wrong that could, either injure or kill them. So as a falconer, you just kind of like leave them in the mews to get all new feathers and get strong and get fed up. And then once the hunting season rolls around, you'll get back into hunting. You'll just kind of go through like a quick refresher course of manning, following, stuff like that. And they'll be so out of shape, and eventually it's like you're walking your bird. It'll just kind of fly down next to you and just start walking, like panting and stuff, and you got to get them up. You'll mist them with a little spray bottle. You'll mist them. They love it.
Now, can you aim him to somewhere to land, or is it he lands wherever he wants to land if you set him out?
Yeah, so if
Or
I
he'll do
send
like
him
a
out,
circle?
pretty much, like you can try to aim him, for a specific branch. You want to be a little far away so he's got enough time to catch wind and glide
Right.
up. But they'll land wherever they want. Once you throw them, you'll throw them in that direction for that branch, but it'll land all the way over there or in that branch up there. Either way is fine. The higher the better. The best vantage
Now,
point
can
you can get.
is it too late to do it? Can you send him out to a tree and have him come back? Or
Yeah, it's
too
getting a little dark. I'm totally out of tidbits, so that's
so he won't
that's
come
how
back.
you.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean he'll come back because every once in a while you want to kind of not put a tidbit on the glove to call him, so that way he doesn't get used to coming to you every single
Right.
time there's food. He can kind of okay, well this time there was food, next time there wasn't, this time.
So they're very food driven. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they are. They're food driven. It's all about weight management. I hunt them between 820 and 830 grams. But if he's anything above that, he doesn't have any drive. He flies all lackadaisy. He's like nonchalant about chasing things. He has no pep in his step. So when he's lower, he's like, all right, I'm hungry. Like, let's go. And you'll see him. You'll see the effort he puts in. So
because he's hungry. Yeah.
yeah, and if he's very heavy, like if I just gave him a rat or something the other day and then I throw him up, like he'll just sit there. He won't want to do anything, and I'll be like, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Because in the wild, they don't just fly around for fun or anything like that. They're actively hunting or doing something, and so when they're not doing that, they just sit there all day long. They just sit there because they live meal to meal. So they can't burn energy, because if they can't get enough for the next meal, they wind up dying. They starve. They don't have enough energy to keep going.
Now, is that the basic color of most of the hawks? The brown and tan, like you got there?
Yeah, it depends what region you live in.
Uh-huh.
So Usually they're around this color here in Florida. There's some areas of the United States, they're like all black with red tails. Those are really pretty. Some of them just
can
have...
you see his red tail? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, he's got that nice little band there.
Yeah.
But I kind of got lucky with his colors. They're a little more vibrant. Another buddy falconer of mine is like a lot darker. You know, everything about him is darker, so more like a dark brown type color. But yeah, he's kind of got this splash right here. Turned out really pretty.
Very pretty.
Yeah. So I got lucky with that, but usually they're all in like the backs of his feathers. A lot of the times, like my other buddies, is just real dark.
No,
But I kind of got
light,
that splash of color in there with him.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping
It's
he
very
keeps
pretty.
it. Yeah, he should. They typically don't change. Once they get their feathers as an adult, they pretty much stay that the whole time.
It almost has like the yellow talon feet there too.
Yeah.
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 Kind of like an eagle.
Yeah. Yeah. Their feet, the red-tailed hawk's feet, they're all yellow. Like a Harris hawk, they're like orange feet. You know, different hawks have different colors, but usually they're yellow.
He's very observant. He watches that and everybody.
Yeah. He's very noisy.
Yeah.
Normally they're not this noisy.
Now, is there any reason why he's a little more being so much coming
Yeah,
out?
so I got him. He was what we call a brancher. So it's like it was a hawk that's associated with the nest. He's not yet capable of flight. And he got pushed out of the nest by a bigger sibling. Some rehabbers got a hold of him. Got a hold of my sponsor's old apprentice. He got a hold of my sponsor now. And then I wound up procuring him for the hunting season instead of traditionally trapping one out from the wild.
Right.
Normally you'd trap a juvenile. And he was a juvenile when I got him, but I didn't trap him. He was kind of handed to me.
Right.
And so because of that, that's a food call. So that's the call they make when they're in the nest, you know, feed me, feed me. So that's all.
So is he saying he's hungry?
Pretty much.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's all he's saying. I didn't feed him up because we're going to hunt tomorrow morning again.
Oh, okay. He's just
but-
out here training a little bit.
Yeah, just getting some exercise. Tried to get a squirrel. We got to chase him, but no luck on catching one.
Yeah. So we're trying to call the falcon back. This is the falconer hunting with him now, looking for him, trying to get him excited to come over this way. He's up in the trees here somewhere. We just don't know where he's at.
For the first time.
So he's putting on a quail, and it's a lure, and this is what calls him back. He's not responding. So this is a good thing and a bad thing, because good thing he usually responds to it. The bad thing is it ends the hunt, and that's not what we wanted.
Ho, ho!
But he should come down for it.
Ho, ho! Ho, ho! Waking everyone up with the whistle. Uh-oh.
He's not responding, so. The longer he doesn't respond, the more dangerous it is that maybe we've lost him. So the animals concentrate on food source. He knows his falconer is his food source, so he's gonna stick around with them, and that's why they'll pull out the quail like that to bring him in. But he's not responding. He's blowing the whistle. The bird usually knows, hey, it's time for this quail. He should show up, but he's not showing up.
I bet if I go out to the road.
All right, so we let the falconer out here by the main road. He's gonna try to call him in. right, so Varl came back. He is now devouring some more breakfast. And he did exactly what we thought he did. He had caught a squirrel and was hunkered down. And yeah, I guess we were looking for him for a good hour or so, maybe 2. But here he is, and he's eating his prize. That's how they do it, guys.
You can see his crop getting full.
Yeah.
His little food storage.
Well, he's probably full of squirrel too.
Yeah, the squirrel. Here.
Yeah, he's a happy guy now.
He ate about half of it.
Oh, is that the squirrel he caught?
Yeah.
That's a squirrel, guys, that he caught this morning. So that's why he hunkered down on us and got quiet on the hunt. Because once they get what they want, they'll just stay down and devour it and see how he's doing. But I'm sure he's glad to see his daddy again.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, good job. Oh boy, he's hungry. He's still eating it.
He's a little glutton, isn't he?
Look at you.
And put the lure back in the bag, and then that's it. We can talk a little longer or whatever, get some more pictures, whatever you want to do for your channel. Man, I wish this didn't happen.
All right, guys, so you see that big lump under his throat right there? He has gotten his fill. That is a happy bird. And that's what they look like when they devoured their prey. So he's nice and full. It's going to be about another 48 hours, you said?
About 48.
Before he's ready to go hunting again. But he did a good job. He's a young guy, young bird, and he, he's a happy man right now. Look at that face. I can almost feel a smile coming out of that beak. He's nice and full. I know his daddy's happy that he came back.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had a little bit of a dilemma with him, but we'll get into that here in this next frame with you guys.
Got him up, and the weight and his response was on point. But out of nowhere, he was just nowhere to be found all of a sudden. And I decided to call the hunt because I couldn't locate him, and I brought my lure out and was trying to get him to come to the lure, and I didn't hear anything or see anything. And my sponsor and I kind of came to the conclusion that he must have caught something and got held up in some vines on the ground, and tried to just eat it. And so what I had to do was just keep trying to locate him. Eventually he would finish the squirrel and go up into a tree and hopefully come down to the lure that way. But it turns out after about an hour and a half of me trying to locate him, I wound up swinging the lure, and I heard some bells and some small chirping noises, and he was waddling towards my whistle with the squirrel in one grasp. And I was able to pick him up and throw the lure and get the squirrel and the bird. So
at one point he wanted to listen to you, but on the other point his instincts were taking over.
Exactly.
And he was eating that squirrel, so.
Yeah, yeah, he was definitely trying not to get rid of the squirrel if he couldn't help it. And he was definitely trying to finish his meal before he wanted to come back to me.
Yeah. Now give us his name again.
His name is Varro.
Varro.
Yes.
And Varro's rifle, as you can see, the what do you call it, the pouch there?
Yeah, the crop.
The crop.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were taking the video earlier, when he had the squirrel and you were rewarding him also, what do you call that when they hover around their prey? What is that called?
So it's called mantling.
Mantling.
And yeah, they'll spread their wings out and kind of make a little dome over their food, so that way no other predators or anything that's interested in taking it from him will see it. So they kind of keep it covered, keep it to themselves, try to eat their fill, and then when they're done, they'll fly up into a safe spot and relax until it's time to hunt again.
Yeah, and he's you said a couple years old now.
Yeah, he's about a year and a half. He'll be 2 years here at the end of the season. After his molt, he'll be about 2 years old.
And he's smaller for a red tail.
Yeah, so I fly him between 820 and 830 grams, which is relatively small for a male red tail.
Yeah.
They're usually at least a couple ounces heavier than that, but he makes up for it with his speed for sure.
Let's say you taught him well, because he did get his prey. He did come back, so it was a very successful hunt. We had a great time. Thank you, Wyatt, for just spending the day out here showing us how it all works, and it was neat. Yeah, we enjoyed it. We're glad he came back. We prayed awfully hard that he'd come back, and he did. And he's just a happy guy now. I think he's probably ready for a nap.
Yeah, he's probably looking for a place. Here we got his bell that helps you locate your bird when he's down on quarry. Like today, when he was lost and we were trying to find him. You got the anklets right here, which you slip your jessies through, which help you hold the bird when you're in the field or hunting. You'll take the whole leash off and swivel mechanism, and so you just have the jessies here, and that way you're able to cast your bird off or hold on to him. And then you have the leash here, which you tie to your glove or your gauntlet that you hold the bird on and keep him tethered pretty much after you're done hunting, or anytime you're kind of just working with him on the fist. So when he baits, he doesn't get free. He has a chance to fly away if he wants to during the hunts, but he makes the decision to come back. You got the whistle here, which you use to call him to the food and to the glove. You have your lure in here, which is your ultimate fail-safe. If I pull it out right now, it'll start kind of looking for it, so I don't want to do that. But you'll have a lure, which is either a dead animal tied to a string or a piece of leather zip tied to it, and that's what you'll call him to in the event of an emergency or you're trying to procure him again. You have your tidbit pouches here where you put little bits of meat, so you can call him to the glove or call him off the lure or prey. And then I have this little dump pouch which I put the marbles in, which help the hunt. But other than that, you have your hawking bag, or you have a vest, typically one of the two, and you put all your other kind of equipment or whatever they Catch into the bag, if you want to kind of freeze it and give it to them at a different day.
Neat.
Yeah, that's pretty much the majority of the equipment that you need.
All right, thanks for explaining that. Everybody'd be real interested in how all that works and what it is. So once again, thanks again.